Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Hardcore Season 2 world. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I am currently here in the Enchanted Forest, lamenting over the fact that my ideas for this place just seem to keep on growing. So I have a feeling that this place is just going to grow and expand ever further and ever more until I have finally filled out every ounce of space inside of this squidimeter that I have built. In fact, I'm not even sure if the squidimeter is as big as I would like it to be. I might actually want to expand the ocean perimeter out by another 50 blocks or so in each direction. I don't know. My plans just keep growing. This project was supposed to be quick and easy to do, and now it's taking a long time, but that's fine because I'm actually loving working here. That's why I keep coming up with new ideas for this place and why the scope for the future just keeps on growing. It's because I just love working here. I want to be here. Maybe this forest is just a little bit too enchanting. But anyway, in the previous episode, we built this squid farm just here, and it doesn't like to produce squid very much when you're near it, but it does like to produce a lot of fish, as we discovered in the previous episode. And if I stand here, we'll get to see all of the dying cod, and there are also some dying squid as well. I don't like how that squid in the top right there is not being flushed away. Why is that? Why isn't it just dropping? It should be dropping. And it's not. In this episode, I hope to build a storage room for the squid farm. A nice, big, vast one beneath the enchanted forest, and I've got some ideas in mind for that as well. We're in an ocean at the moment, an ocean biome that I'm currently covering up, but I'm still in an ocean biome, and I want to capture that essence somehow. So, what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to build Davy Jones Locker, or my interpretation of what Davy Jones's locker would look like. So that could be fun, but first I'm going to need a bigger hole here. So, I'll see you soon after that brief time lapse of me digging a hole. And welcome back everyone. We now have a very, very big hole in the middle of our squidimeter. And I've taken the liberty to design the kind of layout of this place. So we've got a resin block there and a resin block, resin stuff there, and we've got some glass tunnels running through the place. And really, the idea here is that I flood this entire hole. And the reason I have these tunnels and these resin blobs, or blocks as I just called them, I don't know why I'm calling them anything really, they're temporary things really, the resin. The reason I have them is so that I have an area that I don't need to de-flood with sponges or resin again once this place has been completely filled up. But I think this is a very good amount of space to have some fun down here, for sure. I think there's lots of potential possibilities with the idea of building Davy Jones's locker, and not in the way that it was shown in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise or anything like that. It's just my own interpretation of what a sort of undersea world could look like and theme it around Davy Jones. So this block over here is actually going to be turned into his ship. We're going to have this be the Flying Dutchman. I think that could be cool. And then this blob over here is going to be a bit of a fortress. And we're going to use this to trade with villagers for glass, because I need so much for the skybox that I'm going to make in the next episode. And I'm not looking forward to the amount of glass that I have to acquire. I've actually already started trying to acquire the glass. I've smelted 24 shulkers of sand, and you know what? It takes too long, and I need more. It's not enough. So what we're going to do here is I've built this villager breeder here. It doesn't have any villagers yet. We're going to take the villagers from here, and we're going to have lots of librarian villagers surrounding this room here, and we're going to buy glass from them. And unfortunately, we don't have the new librarian villager trading mechanics that I was hoping to make use of when I finally got around to villagers properly at some stage. But I'm sure that'll be fine. Once the update finally arrives with the new villager trading mechanics and all of the librarians have updated trades to be biome specific, I can kill them all off and we can start again with how I ideally would have wanted this to go. It's been a long time since they first introduced those experimental villager things, and we've yet to see them, I think, other than, I mean, we're in 1.21.5 now. I have updated the world to the most recent update. I don't know too much about what's in it. I've seen the home screen. The home screen has some cactus flowers. That's pretty cool. It's also got sand grass, grassy sand grass. I didn't look at it too much. There's also mob variants, which are another thing that I've been hoping for a very long time. There are some slime chunks down here. I can't make use of them. I'm going to flood the place up. But anyway, I know kind of what's in this update, but I wish that I was yet again completely blind for it. But what else can I do? I have also had a bit of an experience with the new Wandering Trader as well. So he now buys stuff from you, which is a nice change. It makes it sort of easier to get emeralds at the start of the world, and you don't necessarily have villagers to trade with yet. And the other thing is I noticed that he sells you logs now, which I think is huge. I really like that change. I seriously like that change. I hate chopping so many trees, and honestly, being able to buy logs from the Wandering Trader, I like that change. I seriously do. But anyway, this is a big hole. It actually goes from, I believe, Y48 all the way down to here at Y12. Ah, hey, look at that. It's actually day 2,999. I didn't mean to time that. It's just, it's happened. I guess we're about to hit day 3,000. I wasn't keeping track of it at all. So, that's cool. I guess I've almost spent 1,000 hours on this world. That is a lot. But anyway, I need to get some villagers into here and breeding up so that we can get some librarians to trade with, and we're also going to need some fishermen inside of Davy Jones's ship, the Flying Dutchman over here. Or what is going to be his ship. At the moment it's just a resin blob, but we're going to have some fishermen in here, and the reason we're going to go with fishermen is because I have way too much cod. Let's just look at all this cod. What am I supposed to do with it? I don't know. I have the world's best cod farm, apparently, and no idea what to do with it all. So we're going to put fishermen in there. We're going to trade the cod with them and get some emeralds that we will then use to buy the glass from the librarians in here. And the chests that we've got at the side is where I'm going to put all of that glass. Is it enough space? I don't know, but I think the thing that I'm going to end up doing in the next episode when I build the skybox is I'm just going to be buying the glass as I build the project. I think that idea makes sense. Whoa. I just got sent back in time. What on earth just happened there? Anyway, even though we are now at Y12, you'll be surprised to know that in all of this space, this entire area that I have dug out, there were 0 diamonds. I believe they still spawn up to Y16, but they are seriously rare in the stone layer now. I didn't quite realize that they were this rare, because this is not a small space by any means. And still no diamond ores. That is actually crazy. So long gone are the days of insta-mining at Y11. Just don't see any reason why anyone should do that anymore, because the diamonds just aren't there. I've also been thinking a lot about what I want to do with this giant hole, and at the moment we've got the Flying Dutchman, we've got a fortress. I'd like to build a kraken over in that corner, and also a portal in that wall for the Flying Dutchman to look like it's just emerged from the portal and is docked with the tunnel here. And then that is how Davy Jones gets to his locker and then departs again. And something else I would like to do in the future with this Davy Jones locker project is add lots of mobs. Lots of interesting underwater mobs. So I'm talking drowned, I'm talking guardians, I'm talking skeletons, skeleton horses, fish, turtles, squids and glow squids. And I think it would be good to be able to see all of that life sort of swimming around and doing their thing. I wonder what else I can put in water that doesn't drown. Do zombie pigmen drown? Do zombie villagers drown? These are questions that I will need to investigate, because honestly, I want to put them all, whatever I can, into this hole as much as possible. Do you know the mob pit that I made in Hardcore Season 1? Yeah, this is going to be the new mob pit. And the purpose of all of the mobs that I end up putting down here is that they're going to be the souls, the lost souls at sea. They all come here to congregate, and Davy Jones says hi every now and then. I might just call them the souls of the damned, to be honest, because they didn't have a very good end of life. They drowned, and now they're sleeping with the fishes, literally. Been thinking about what else I would like to put down here. We've got some space. I mean, I want to put the Kraken there, and a portal there, and a ship there, and a fortress there, but there's a big space there, there's a big space there, and I've not got any ideas for that corner yet either. So maybe I'll put a couple of other farms down here as well, potentially? I've just got to think of what, really. You'll also see this nice water elevator at the end here. So we've got a magma block and a soul sand column here, which means that I can go down and up whichever way I please. And what this does is it takes me all the way up to the enchanted forest up here. So the enchanted forest is going to sit directly on top of Davy Jones's locker, and it's actually going to expand, I've decided, from what it is currently now. So I think the skybox that I'm going to build is probably going to be the old line of the squidimeter here. I've actually expanded it by 50 blocks in each direction, as you probably just saw in the time lapse, and that was really so that I would be farming up a lot more squid ink, a lot more black dye, as I am working on the Davy Jones's project down there at the same time. And those are the flying machines that swept the water away. Also, I somehow managed to glitch out a piece of kelp. Like, it doesn't have a surface that it's sitting on, it's just floating. So as I was planning to break it due to the flying machine sweeping away the water, I decided to show proof of its existence in this video. There you go. I saw you. You're a real thing. But anyway, moving on. Oh, I didn't even realise. We're now on day 3000. Let's go. I don't have anything to commemorate the occasion, so yeah, let's just leave it at that. Now, I think the next step that I would like to do with this place is to get the villagers into the villager breeder here, and I think for that we're going to need a hole in the top of this blob here. So let's get some resin. I've got some resources over here. There we go. Now we can pillar up. I think I desperately need to light up whatever cave this is underneath us as well, but we're going to use it first to get ourselves a zombie so that we can cure the villagers that we get in here, and then we'll light it up afterwards. But anyway, up we go. We're just going to make a nice big hole that we can drop a boat through. So we now have a nice big hole in the top of the locker, and we're just going to drop our villagers in through a boat, down the hole, and then we should be able to just easily get them into the villager breeder, and hopefully they'll start producing villagers for us. So I believe the next step of action that we need to take is to get each of the different biome variant villagers over to Davy Jones Locker. The only one I'm missing at the moment is the Savannah villager, but we've got a Savannah village just over the hill behind the just over the hill there, and maybe there are still some Savannah villagers there. I did trap them a very long time ago, so hopefully they'll still be okay. But anyway, let's get this started, shall we? You, sir, are going to be my first guinea pig. Come with me. I have never done this before. So, I believe it involves scaffolding, so let's just put a lot of that in. Yes, slam it into the ground. Now, sir, I'm going to pick you up. Don't be scared. This is fine. I promise. This is where I find that the lead breaks, like halfway over the mountain or something like that. That would be awkward. Let's hope that doesn't happen, eh? But anyway, oh, I forgot I can't crouch on scaffolding. This is why I hate it. But anyway, Davy Jones's Locker and the Enchanted Forest is in that direction. So let's see how this goes. I've still got him. Excellent. Can I use a rocket? Is he? I've lost him. Where is he? There he is. Oh, that didn't go very well. Thought I'd be able to use that. I thought I'd be able to use the rocket, but apparently not. Let's try that again, shall we? I'm sure there's an art to it. Okay, sir. I have you leashed. Let's build another tower. We're going to have to try and be quick about this, because it's nighttime, and I'm probably going to be attacked by phantoms. I have 1,000 hours worth of insomnia, apparently, so let's hope this doesn't go too badly and we don't get attacked. That would be nice. We're at the top. Let's go. Come on. Come on. We've still got him. We can use rockets. We can't use rockets. No! Oh no, now he's in trouble. I shouldn't have used that rocket, should I? Can I save that villager? Where's his lead? Ow. Apparently I'm being attacked. I've lost all the sounds again. Oh. Dude. I literally went to go grab my scaffolding and you've already turned him. Well, I guess that guy's out of the question then, isn't he? Back to step one again. Okay, so this might be fun. We now have a boat with 2 villagers. Let's see how that goes. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get more scaffolding. I mean, really, I should be fine, provided I get to the ocean. That's the only distance I need to reach. I just need to get the boat to the ocean. No, I can use the ocean. Because once I get to the ocean, I can just pull the boat along with a lead. I don't need to drive it or anything. That's fine. Let's get this started again. Now, I'm hoping that I don't get attacked by phantoms again here. But you never know. Do I have them? Do I have a lead? I do. Okay, we've got the villagers. Excellent news. Maybe I just need to... Oh, no. Go away. Go away. Please go away. No, 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 no. No. Excuse me, sirs. You're not welcome. Oh, no. Ow, no. I'm still in. No, no. I'm still in the tower. No, no. Oh. That was close. Ow. No. And I've lost them. I didn't want to break the scaffolding. Get out of here. I mean, at least they're still alive. That's a plus. If it's a good idea to wait until daytime. Maybe. I feel like the source of my problems has been the nighttime for this. Now, can I actually get a snowy villager again? Yes, I can. Excellent. Okay. Get out, please. Thank you. If you could just get in the boat by the door, that would be great. Please. Why are you making this so hard? There we go. Ah. It's like nothing ever happened to that other one. Look, sir, you are definitely the first snowy villager that I've got here, okay? Definitely. Oh, yes, thank goodness. It's finally becoming daytime again. Be able to try this again. Yes, burn, phantoms, burn. Let's just leash that boat and we'll try and do this again. Let's see if we're lucky this time, eh? Whoa! What on earth? Guys, how did you just do that? That is... I'm actually gobsmacked. Can you... Very good. Oh, they're super bouncy. Okay. Okay, if we can reach the ocean, that's fine. We should be good. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to press the mouse then, but apparently I did. And the fact that we're by the ocean this time as well is huge. Because now I can just track the boat through the water rather than worry about anything going wrong. And see, there is the enchanted forest and the squid emitter. So it really isn't that far at all. It's super easy. I just need to get past that first step. Oh, okay. Looks like we're going to get over the lip. Very good. Now then, I need to drop them through the hole. You know what? That's good enough. Shall I leave you there? You know what? I will drop you in. Okay. There we go. No, 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 no. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. No, stop, stop, stop. Your pain noises are making me panic, but that is 2 villagers in here, and that's all that matters. Let's get the rest of them. Alright, attempt number 2 on the snowy villager. Let's go and see how this fares. Oh, look at this. We've got plenty of altitude this time. Let's go. We got him? We've got him. Okay. Can see the lead. As long as that lead is there, we have him. There's the enchanted forest. Can I make it without using a single rocket, I wonder? I don't think I can. No, I've lost him. Oh, so close. Sir, you had a lead. Where is it? Genuinely, where is that lead? Oh, there it is. Okay. Can I pick it up? Oh, I can pick it up straight from the water. Oh, that's beautiful. Awesome. Oh, it started raining. Why did I have to do that? Okay. We're just gonna drop you right into the hole. What? No, no, no. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Good boy. I don't know why I said that, but Thank you for not dying, sir. Alright. Let's see how this third boat goes. Hopefully they don't suddenly teleport above my head. That would be nice. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Let's see if it happens again. It must have been like a super mega bounce or something. Awesome, we're at the top of the scaffolding. I didn't jump on my head this time. So, let's see how this goes. I've got them. I can see the lead. Welcome to the Whistler Air Taxi Service. Delivering villages wherever you need. Let's rocket. Okay, that's good. Can I drop them in the hole? Whoa! Oh, I didn't mean to do that, guys. Yeah, can you... That's awkward. I think that's the best thing I can do. Then I knock out... Alright, Thor, shut up. Right, okay. Then the boat goes. Let me get out. I don't want to fall. Okay, well, I guess we're going. But what does that do? Very good. Awesome. So now we've got 5 villager variants into the hole. We just need to get the Savannah villager now. It's difficult because it's literally thunderstorming. While we wait for the storm to sort itself out, I'm gonna mention that we actually have an on-off switch for the villager breeder. So crops are dependent on light. So I've surrounded this entire place with tinted glass so that light can't penetrate into the chamber. But what we do have is underneath the composters, we've got some copper bulbs, and they are connected to this button at the back. And I press it, and it instantly goes dark, and no more crops can grow. And then I can press that. I can press either one, and then it's bright again. And this is really just going to be a control on the lag. I don't want infinite villagers in this little spot here, for example. I just need them to populate the Davy Jones locker, and then that's probably it. It's just a redstone line and some copper bulbs, really, but it turns the farm on and off, and that's all right in my books. And then it should be the case that the baby villagers end up underneath this pool of water here. I've got some signs, and then the villagers should just be swept under here, and then when they grow up, they will float to the surface because their hitbox has changed, and then we'll have villagers just here. Now, I should still have a Savannah villager in one of these houses. Is there one in here? Yes, there is. Thank you very much. I will be taking you. Let's just do this. There we go. And he's in the boat. Which way should we go? Oh. Great. What on earth? Excuse me? How did you get here? This is not Cherryville. How on earth did you manage to get all the way over here? That was unexpected. Okay. Okay. Where's that other villager? He's not around, is he? Good. I didn't want to take him as well by accident. I quite like the idea of just having a random snowy villager roaming the Savannah village. Is he going to get in? I think he's missed his opportunity, hasn't he? Good. Well, onwards and upwards to the sea. We're at the top. Time to glide. We've got him, I believe. Yes, we do. Now, I don't really know what kind of health this guy is on, but he should be okay. I think he's been limited to a house for the last 3,000 days, so hopefully he's feeling pretty healthy. Okay. Now, come in the hole. Very good. Now, I just need you to stay there. Are we in? We're good. Excellent. So now, it's just a matter of making a hole. Come on. There we go. And look at that. He's already gotten his roll. Oh. Well then, that was sudden. That should be all we need to do. Excellent. So they're all in place now. Let's just... Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need some slabs on top of the composters, aren't I? Okay. Let's just turn the room on. Let's light up the room, though, first. So, away with the carpets. And now they should not be able to jump up and down on top of the composters. These guys are not happy with me. Ah, well. Let's just throw those seeds out, throw the wheat, and let them do their thing, I guess. Now, I think it is going to take some time for these villagers to start breeding, so I say we get started with the next step of Davy Jones's locker, and that is flooding the place. I think it is literally as simple as just letting down all of the water at the sides, and then just placing some kelp underneath these falling sources. I don't think I need to do any nonsense with water buckets or anything. That's a nice change. Oh, this place looks entirely different now. Oh, hey, look at that. Getting glow squids in here. Anyway, it should be as simple as planting a lot of kelp at the sides of the walls. And that is all of the kelp in place, and now it's just a matter of growing all of it. So, let's start taking this all the way up to the top. Ah, the first of many kelp plants. Oh, I wonder if this will make a nice flashback clip. Let's see how that goes. So, I have completely water sourced the walls of Davy Jones's locker. So all that's left to do is plant some kelp in some very particular locations in the corner, and this entire room should hopefully flood entirely with water. I did misplace a single block of kelp over in the wall over there, and before I even realised that, I didn't even see it happen. The floor was suddenly blue. I thought I might have gotten away with it for a second, but clearly not. Also, drowned can spawn down here. So, that's going to be fun. I mean, I don't think drowned in oceans are particularly threatening because they can only spawn one drowned, and they're not threatening when there's only one drowned, really. They're more threatening in rivers, honestly, and they're so rare in oceans. Like, they're just not coded to swarm you, so I'm not too threatened by these, although it could be a potential good source of tridents. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I think it's time that we go right ahead and flood this entire room. So, let's do that side first. Come on. Let's get this over and done with. So we've got a 2-block gap here between this kelp and this kelp plant, and that is stopping all of the water sources from filling in from this side. This room needs to be full of water, so let's go ahead and change that. Let's flood this room. So, just gonna go right here. Gonna try and do it as fast as possible. Oh, I can see it moving there. What? Okay, is this a better angle? Maybe. Whoa! Look at this! A literal tsunami. This is great. Woo! And of course it stops right there because there's resin in the way. But I think that's done a marvellous job at flooding the room. The first corner. Let's get started with the others. So this is going to be the second corner now. And you know what? I completely missed this, but I think it actually already flooded this part of the room, this side over here. I didn't even see it happening. But there we go, we've flooded way past the resin block. We're actually flooding from this side now. That is a shock. I didn't expect that at all. Whoa. Oh. Just been hit by the tsunami. Got glow squid spawning. Very cool. The only corner left to do is this one. So let's go ahead and get that done as well. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to see, because it's kind of a small corner now with how everything else has developed. But, okay, we can still surf it a little bit. Woo! Nice. You know what? That was kind of fun. And now, go! Come on, flood! Is that done? That's done something. Okay. Is it just that block? Maybe? Definitely missing something. This one as well. Is that? Oh, that was enough for that. Okay, awesome. I apologize if you can't see very well. We'll get a conduit set up here, and then I'll take it away once I'm done building everything. And then we'll start getting the mobs in, although that might be a very long time away. I think it might be a while before we finish the Davy Jones project, but I like that I've got ideas in my mind for it. Has that helped at all? Oh, there we go. That's another section done. Lovely. It's quite satisfying to watch. And these. And that should be the entire room filled up with water, but we're actually in falling water in the middle here because I've built this room with a 2-block center down in the middle there, just because of how I built the squid farm. So, in order for this to not be flowing water, we need to put some kelp in the middle here as well. Only one plant is needed. And that should hopefully be the entire room converted into water sources. This does also need to be turned into water, but that'll happen as soon as the kelp grows, and I'll let that happen naturally. I could bone meal it, but I can't be bothered. Why is that kelp so bright? That's so weird. Oh, I know why. I know why, everyone. It's because the glass is right here. And it's right next to the glass, so it's the same brightness level going all the way down. Okay, it all makes sense now. I have to say, I'm liking the glow squids that are in here. That's pretty cool. Look at all these glowy boys with their dynamic lighting. They're definitely the best part of any underwater build, for sure. Look at the little baby squid. It's so small compared to the others. Does that still grow up? Genuine question. Does a baby glow squid grow up? Because if not, then I could maybe keep it. Potentially. Or maybe future baby squids, if I see them. But anyway, I need to go ahead and build myself a ship and a fortress. So let's go ahead and make that happen. And build yet again in this video. I've gotten so many time lapses in this episode, haven't I? Anyway, let's build. And welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. We now have a ship and we have a fortress, and I'm actually very happy with both of them. I was actually freehanding both of them for the most part, other than the initial first floor interior of the ship over here, but the exterior of this and the entirety of this fortress was done entirely free-handed, no creative planning at all. So yeah, I'm happy with the fact that I could just come up with this on the fly. You know, it did take me a while, but we have it. We have two builds here that I think are quite cool. So this is going to be our version of the Flying Dutchman. It has had some inspirations from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, namely the sails. If you look at the sails from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they're all like holy. Well, they've got lots of holes in them, is what I meant to say, and they look like they're falling apart. They look soaked and rotten and all that kind of stuff. So what I've used here is the pale oak leaves to try and get that same effect, and we've even got some little oak leaves particles falling from the leaves here as a result, which I think is potentially a good thing. It makes it look a little bit more ghostly. Now, I didn't really do a proper interior for this thing. Like, yes, we've got the captain's quarters in here, but it's an empty room. I've forgotten to put the windows in, and we also have two floors that we can do stuff with. So this one is a completely empty room yet again. Although I was thinking that we could put some cannons on the side of the room here, and they could be facing outwards and potentially shoot stuff, if that's possible at all. But we also have another layer underneath this, which actually does have a completed interior. So this is the dry part of the Flying Dutchman, and what we've got here is some fishermen, and this is where we go from now on to sell our cod, like so. Can just hit the space bar to quickly sell all of the cod that we get in excess of from the squid farm. It's nice that we have something to do with all of the fish here, and all of the barrels here actually refill with the cod as well. Well, not all of them. We have 3 barrels that fill with cod. I don't need any more than that, and you can tell which barrels they are because they're the ones with the soul lanterns on top. And yep, they start flowing in as soon as the barrel reaches below a certain quantity of fish. And that redstone is all under here. So let me just rip that out. Not there. Okay, right here. Hang on. There we go. I hear a skeleton. Oh no, it's on the floor below me. There's a cave there. So, it's just some item elevators, dropper elevators. I've literally just hooked up those dropper elevators from the main chest supply of cod that we have beneath the squid farm. So now we have something to do with all of the excess cod that we have no idea what else to do with. So I guess it's a good thing that we can just sell it to the fishermen on the Flying Dutchman. That's pretty good, right? At least all of that cod isn't pointless. Hate for something to go to waste. But over here we have the fortress. This is going to be Davy Jones's fortress that he visits at the bottom of the sea in his own locker. And we've got the villager breeder that I've already showed you here, but we also have a lot of librarians. We've got 38 librarians here. All of them trade glass. And that is super important because if you know me and my last hardcore world, I love buying glass. In fact, I love buying it so much that now that I've gotten these villagers here, we've actually already been buying some. So we've gotten this double chest, that double chest, that double chest. We have 8 full double chests, almost 7 full double chests of glass. And that's going to go a long way, I hope, in the next episode when we finally get to building that skybox above the enchanted forest. But it's not going to be anywhere near enough. I need to buy so much glass from these guys, and I'm just glad that I don't have to smelt sand anymore, because that does take a very long time, doesn't it, Mr. Villager? So we've got lots of various different enchanted book trades as a result. Like we've got Power 5, Curse of Binding, Channeling, we've got an Efficiency 5 book somewhere, Density 5. I don't have a mace yet, but We can put density 5 on it. We can even put breach 3 on it as well if we wanted to, so that's pretty good. We've gotten most of the enchantments. I think we're probably still missing a couple of the higher level ones, but this is definitely more than enough for my enchanting needs. I don't see myself ever needing to get more villagers for you, except from when the librarians get their updated trades. So one of the reasons why why are they all in the same spot? That is really weird. But anyway, one of the reasons why I have a multi-biome villager is so that we could get all of the different villager variants. And the villager variants in a potential upcoming release will get their own trades. And the librarians in particular are very interesting in that regard, because it means that the swamp guy is the guy to go to get mending, and I don't know the other examples, but jungle could be for silk touch or something, and I just like that idea. So when I first saw that experimental feature, I got myself a multi-biome villager breeder back in Cherryville, and none of those trades have updated. I think, other than maybe the cartographer, I think the cartographer has just been updated, right? So that's pretty cool. But alas, I think the librarians are still yet to be completed. But hey, maybe that'll happen one day. Now, I hope you all agree that this is in fact an excellent start to Davy Jones Locker, and we've still got some more stuff to put in here. I'm thinking that we could have a sea pickle farm, and then maybe some cool builds like the Kraken that I've mentioned, and I'm actually thinking of adding a moat for Davy Jones's fortress here, which I think would be cool. This is a rather dark area though. Like, yes, I can see everything very clearly now, but that's just because I've got the conduit here. So if I was to remove this conduit, well, everything suddenly gets a lot darker, which you'll see in a sec as soon as that effect vanishes and expires. There we go. So it's rather dark. I have to make sure I light up everything with sea pickles, hence why I want a sea pickle farm. And it does mean that it's going to be hard to build stuff down here on a big scale, because I don't want to feel like I can't see it. So yeah, everything has to be kind of lit up, but I don't mind the fact that it's super dark down here, because one of the origins of the Davy Jones's mythos is the fact that his locker is supposed to be the bottom of the ocean, where various different sailors go if they happen to drown at sea or something like that. So the bottom of the sea is a very dark place indeed, and in fact we even have lots on lots of glow squid in here as well, which is significant because one thing you tend to get a lot of in the ocean is in fact squids. They inhabit the bottom of the ocean in a huge number. I mean, if you've looked at the news recently, we've just captured our first live camera footage of a colossal squid. That's pretty cool. It was only a juvenile, but that's still pretty cool, and I like the fact that we've got glow squids at the bottom of our ocean here as well. It almost makes it feel connected in some way to real life, the fact that we've got some creatures of the depths swimming about all on their own. Glow squids are bioluminescent as well, and I just love that. But I don't want to be able to see everything down here. It's supposed to be the bottom of the ocean. It's supposed to be dark. So once we're done with the Davy Jones's Locker project, I will remove this conduit, and yeah, hopefully everything will look a lot gloomier down here as a result. But as a result of this place being super dark without the conduit, I felt like I'm not wanting to detail too much with colours, but what I do want to detail with is depth, because that works really well if that's the only thing that you can see. So what we've done with the fortress here is done as much depth as possible with basically two block variants. We've got deep slate and we've got tough, and color wise it's very bland, but detail wise it's rather intense. And to think that when I started this build off, it was basically just a deep slate tile block. It's come a very long way. Now, I will say, I think this is my first proper attempt at building a proper castle, and I think there are a couple of things that I could critique it on, but I think I've done really well with it so far. The first issue, though, that I see glaringly obviously is the face that I've accidentally built in the front here. So we've got an eye there and an eye there, and then we've got a mouth. It's really easy to see, but honestly, I think it looks adorable, so we're keeping it. The other critique that I have is the fact that there's no official way of getting to the top of the castle here. Like, there should be a staircase or a ladder or something, but no, we've got nothing. But the fact that we're in the middle of an ocean in Davy Jones's Locker, I have decided that the official way of getting to the top of the castle is to simply swim. That's all you need to do. So let's say you're down on this level, you've just exited from the interior, which there's nothing behind that door, but you can just swim up to the top. I'm sure that's what an ocean civilization thing would do in this case. So that's what I'm going to say here. It means that I don't have to build some way of getting people up here, because I don't want to, honestly. I like seeing it how it is. I really like the face. I know it kind of distracts from the build, but it just looks so adorable. Like this angry castle, this gloomy, dark castle, it's just got this face here. I love it. I think this is actually my first attempt at building a proper ship as well, like my own ship, and not just a vanilla ship. Like, I built the vanilla shipwreck inside of the Coral Ravine in Hardcore Season 1, but this ship, I can confidently say, is mine. It came out really well. Genuinely. I think the proportions are a little bit off. I think the nose is probably sticking out a bit too far, but honestly, I like this ship. But anyway, this isn't the only thing that I wanted to work on in this episode. We needed to work on the volcano back at spawn. In fact, I've already worked on it. Sorry, that was actually the first thing that I did in this episode, was work on the volcano, and I'm putting it at the end of the episode for reasons. So, enjoy! So, we've got 6 out of 8 segments completed. All that's left is these 2 front segments here. Oh, this volcano project has taken such a long time to do, but the fact that I'm 3/4 of the way done is huge news. Anyway, I have been thinking about how I want to attack the front, because it's a little bit different from the sides there. I had this river here. Back when I was building my stone outline, I decided to put the ring on the inside of the river, and I think that might actually be a mistake. I think I would prefer there to be a bit of a valley here in the middle of this bridge, and then a river going through that, rather than some weird cave system, because the gatehouse is towering above nothing at the moment. And I think what we're going to have to do is move the stone line over to the other side of the river, and we'll have to shave back some of the terrain here and move the stone line over here, so we've got more of a ring structure going around for the volcano, rather than these weird sticky outy bits that you can see here. Like, what is this? What am I supposed to build structurally with a volcano with this that has to immediately go up there? It's just not, it's not computing in my mind. So yeah, we have to do some shifting. There is just one problem, and it's this guy, and it's this guy. Wallace and Gromit. I have no idea which is which, but they are currently an obstacle for me to finish the front of the volcano, because when I get to that height with the segments, these guys are going to attack me. Luckily, I have built some kind of failsafe to stop them from being so angry with me. I've got a lever here, and if I flick that, I actually power a noise machine over there that can attract them over to that side. However, I fear they are still going to get angry with me. So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to move the wardens. I think I'm just going to build a nice little warden box off in the distance over there, and we'll lock them in there for the time being. while I finish these 2 front segments, and then we'll just move them straight back again. They're very obsessed with that noise machine right now. I think that now is the prime time to get them moved. So I've got a shulker box of yellow wool here. Looks like I'm actually far enough away from them that I'm not getting darkness, so that's good. Let's just build a path going off in this direction, and then we can lead them back easily enough later on. So I've built a nice yellow pathway for them to take to get into a nice yellow wool box over here. So if I lock them in here, they won't be able to hear any sounds from outside. Shouldn't be too hard to get them over there, and then we can just remove the wool path and get on with our lives while we build the volcano. So let's go ahead and get that done. First things first, we're going to have to disable the noise machine. As much as I do not want to, I have to. So, now that I've done that, come over here. Oh, I didn't like how fast that was. Over here? Here. Oh, they're not hearing it anymore. Here? They really aren't hearing it. Okay. Here. Ah! I don't like it. Give me my sight back, please. I didn't like that at all. Come on. Okay, good. Whew. Can I get both wardens up here, please? Can they sniff me at least? Yes. Okay, come over here now. Good boys. Good boys. You can get up here. You can pathfind your way up here. I left a nice little staircase. It is possible. Are you guys gonna do it? You gonna make your way up? They're not coming up, are they? I don't know how. Okay, so we might need to do a little bit of a rework, so let's reactivate the noise machine and see what we can do to fix whatever we've got going on here. Over here, guys. You didn't hear that? Okay. Over here, guys. They're not hearing it. Oh, I'm leaving. I can't see. I can't see. I'm flying somewhere. I don't know where. Oh. I hated that. Hated every second of it. What's the deal? Oh, no, 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 no. Not phantoms here. Not there. That is not allowed. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to remove a block, but I think I'm going to have to, aren't I? There we go. Move that. Get rid of that. And now they should have a proper staircase to get up here. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let's try this again. Pull the lever, Kronk! Let's see what we can do to get these guys over here. And I'm being attacked by phantoms at a bad time once again. Hello, fellow. Get out of here. Now is not the time. Now, these guys can make their way onto the wall platform here. That would be ideal. Come on, warden. We've got one on the path. I don't know if we have both. I might just wander this way and let the darkness expire. We've got one. No, don't go the other way. I'm over here, bro. Over here. Come this way. Getting just the one in place will be extremely helpful. Oh! There's a phantom somewhere. Where is it? There's 3! That is not ideal. Where is it? Oh, he is still hunting me. Where is it? There it is. Oh, that's haunting. Right. Okay, over here, please. One more sniff. Come on, wander in. Very good. Right, we've got one in. Now we need to get the second one. It's just chilling. Come on. You smell me? Come onto the path, please. Very good, he's on the path. I'm just gonna go ahead and place that and then fly away because I am being attacked by phantoms and I've just flown into a wall. This is not going well and I've just been hit. Okay. Well, at least he's stuck now. He can't get back onto the gatehouse. That's good. Okay, hopefully we can get this guy into the yellow box over there as well. Oh, he's getting close. Don't know where the box is. The box is just there. Okay. Very good. I'm just going to block him here for now. Or there. Just in case phantoms spawn again, because I'm sensing them. It's been a while. Oh, good. Dawn's approaching. There they are. They're the phantoms. Okay, get out of here, you. Thank you. Break that. Okay. Please enter the box. That's all I'm asking. Right, they should be in. They're both inside. Good, good. Oh, excellent news. Both Wallace and Gromit have been successfully contained. It's gonna fully cover them up there. There we go. But now that the wardens are safely contained in their yellow wool box, we can finally get started on another segment for the volcano. And I think we're gonna do this one here, which is probably going to be the easiest one. But we are still going to need to shave back on the terrain just here. I didn't mean to pop off that torch, let's just put that back. So everyone, let's get started with that time lapse. Let's go! And welcome back, everyone. We have done the thing. We've built a 7th segment for the volcano, which means that we are 1 segment left to build. And it's just started snowing. What? Minecraft, Mojang, why do you always do this to me? Why does this always seem to happen? It's just as I start saying my thing and start doing the stuff and recording and... but anyway. Over here it's raining. I prefer the snow, actually. Let's stay in the snowy area. So, the volcano is almost finished. We have 1 segment left to complete, and that will be it for the exterior. And honestly, it cannot come soon enough. I want to get myself to a stage where I don't have this volcano looming over me anymore. I want it to be done. And it almost is done. It's just going to take another probably 14, 15 hours, but once that's done, we'll have a proper cone. It'll be complete. Well, mostly complete. We won't have the eruption going out the top or the lava going down the sides that I hope to add as well. But it will be in a state that I will be happy with for the world download that I'm going to be putting out for episode 50. So, yeah, not much longer now. I just really want to see this project finished. I feel like that's just something I have a lot of at the moment, is just unfinished projects. And if I can get this thing finished, for the most part, before episode 50, then I will be one very happy whistler. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that episode. It's been a long time in the making. This episode actually had the most build footage that I've ever made for a video. Like, I think I had 45 separate clips in total for this video, just time lapses, which is a huge amount. Honestly, it's bonkers, and usually I don't even have 20. It's like 13 or 14 or something like that. And in fact, I have so much footage that the way that I save and back up my recordings is that I upload them to YouTube and I give them a name. It's like 47A, and then 47B, and then 47C. That's my naming convention. And when I get to Z, I loop back around and I go capital A and then lowercase a. And then that allows me to go through the alphabet again. And what happened in this episode is that I have so much footage that I looped the alphabet twice. I've gone to B-A. In fact, I think I might actually be recording B-E currently, and this clips. That's insane, kind of. But this episode is finally done. I'll see you later. Bye!